Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Daily Motion. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Thursday, January 22nd, 2015, around 8:04 p.m. in Belleville, Massachusetts. About 28 degrees out, and it's clear. Some news to report. The All-Star voting's in, and Warriors star player Stephen Curry led all players were voting for the All-Star game this year. And the starting five from the Eastern Conference and Western Conference were named. And next Thursday at 7 p.m. on TNT, the 7 reserves from the Eastern and Western Conference teams will be announced. There will be no Celtics players going to be named reserves. And also, the New York Yankees have signed a deal with WPIX TV Channel 11 in New York for a multi-year contract to broadcast their games. The Yankees were on WPIX from the early 50s to 1998. And the White Sox have signed pitcher Brad Penny to a minor league contract. And this video blog, I will not mention anything to do with the New England Patriots deflating scandal during this time. I'm not gonna mention anything about it. And that's about it on that. And my third and final video blog of the night is about former Major League Baseball player Ellis Burks. Ellis Burks played 18 seasons in the big leagues. And Ellis was born and he grew up in Victoriaburg, Mississippi. And he played high school baseball in Texas, and he was an outfielder and stuff. And he played junior college baseball. And in 1983, the Red Sox drafted Ellis Burks in the first round. He was the 20th overall pick in the 1983 Major League Baseball amateur draft. He played 4 seasons in the Red Sox minor league system. He was a good outfielder, good defensive outfielder. He started to get good with batting average. And by 1987, the Red Sox called Ellis Burks up. And Ellis played 6 seasons for the Red Sox. He had a 20 home run, 20 stolen base season. In his rookie year, he was a 2020 guy, and he was named to the 1987 Topps trading card and Baseball Digest rookie team, and he finished, I think, 5th in the AL Rookie of the Year balloting in 1987, and he was part of a nucleus with outfielder with Mike Greenwell around that time. A lot of them would dubbing them the new Gold Dust Twins to be pretty good. The original Gold Dust Twins were Fred Lynn and Jim Rice back in 1975. And Ellis had an excellent range and good arm, and he had a strong arm for defense. But during his time with the Red Sox, Ellis Burks was injury prone. He spent significant time on the disabled list, but every time he played, he put up decent and offensive stats. He had a great 1990 season for the Red Sox. That was his best season with the Red Sox. He led the Red Sox in home runs with 21, and he was named to the American League All-Star team, and he won a Silver Slugger Award that year and a Gold Glove. And Ellis Burks' time with the Red Sox ended in 1992. He was injured for part of the season, but the Red Sox gave up on him. And then he signed with the Chicago White Sox for 1993, and he had a solid season for the White Sox. It was only a 1-year contract, and he went out to the free agent market, and he signed a long-term contract with the Colorado Rockies. And Ellis played 5 seasons with the Rockies, and he was a very good player for the Rockies, a great offensive player. And he was part of the Blake Street Bombers, which included Dante Bichette, Vinny Castilla, and Andres Galarraga, Larry Walker, among others. And his best season he had in 1996, he had a .344 batting average, 40 home runs, 128 RBIs, 211 hits, 45 doubles, 142 runs scored, 695 slugging percentage, 392 total bases, and he finished third in the MVP voting in 1996. Ellis Burks was quoted many years ago that he says he thought he would win an MVP after he left the Red Sox in 1992, but he almost did. And then Ellis Burks bounced around from team to team towards the end of his career. He played for the Giants and the Indians and the Red Sox, and he was a very good player. His offensive skills kind of was solid, and his defensive skills kind of went downhill after he left the Rockies and stuff. And Ellis Burks played some designated hitter for the Indians in the early 2000s, and he finished his career back with the Red Sox. He came full circle. He retired after the end of the 2004 season. Ellis Burks' career stats were 291, 352 home runs, 1,206 RBIs, 1,253 runs, 2,107 hits, 402 doubles, 63 triples, 181 stolen bases, 2,000 games played, and he made 2 All-Star teams and won 2 Silver Slugger awards and stuff like that. And Ellis Burks had a decent career. A lot of people pegged him when he was with the Red Sox early in his career that he was going to be the next big superstar player for the Red Sox and stuff like that. It didn't pan out for that, but he had a solid career, Ellis Burks. I wish he stayed with the Red Sox his entire career, because he could have been one of the all-time great Red Sox players of all time. He could have had a lot of great offensive numbers, but I think the Red Sox gave up on him too quickly when he was too injury prone and stuff like that. That's what happens sometimes for players if they play for the original team they went up with in the big leagues who drafted them, that sometimes they give up on them and they become stars with other teams, and that's what happened with Ellis Burks. And I don't think he's like he was like not one of the best all-time great players, but he was like a solid player in the 90s for the Rockies. He was on the Hall of Fame ballot in 2010, Ellis Burks, but he got limited support and he got dropped from the ballot. And that's about it on that. I'll be back tomorrow. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Daily Motion. 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about the 1999 Royal Rumble review. The second video blog will be about the personality profile of Louis Anderson. The third video blog, I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. And don't forget, coming soon to these video blogs, the top 10 greatest players and pitchers in Diamondbacks history, Julie Broughton and Heidi Pratt. Good night.